I want us to just touch really quickly on what I think John Mateer brings to the table for Oklahoma. If you've watched this show, we've bought an irresponsible amount of stock in what Oklahoma is going to be in 2025. I think Brent Venables gets a bad rap as a head coach. I think that the offensive system they've brought in and the continuity it brings for John Mateer is massively underrated. But John Mateer overall, man, he brings a level of different to that offense that would give me a lot of excitement if I'm an Oklahoma Sooner fan. So we'll unpack that right now. Before we do, though, Sooner fans, Oklahoma college football sickos, make sure you're subscribed right here. It's college football, nothing but college football year-round. Appreciate y'all being dialed in. Get at me on the socials, Instagram and Twitter. Let me know, what's your expectation for 2025 when it comes to a performance from a one John Mateer? Now, last year, what was one of the major problems with the offense? Couldn't protect the quarterback. Some of that you couldn't protect the quarterback. Some of that your quarterback couldn't protect himself. That was a big reason why you went to Michael Hawkins Jr. because of his mobility. John Mateer, when you turn on the tape and watch that dude play, he deals with pressure, I think, as well as anyone else in college football. First is he has a great knack for finding the answer in a pressure. Like, there's a couple of plays from Washington State where they bring the Mike linebacker or they bring a safety off the edge, and he stands in there, knows he's going to get hit, delivers a strike, or he's too quick with it, gets the ball out before the pressure's even able to get to him. The fact that he's bringing over that system from Oklahoma with him and Ben Arbuckle and John Kuziewski, that's going to serve him well. I have to believe that Oklahoma's going to cut that sack rate number in half. Last year was 13%. If you cut that sack rate number in half a year ago, how much better is Oklahoma? I don't know, but I don't think they're losing 7 games. I'll say that much. So he deals with pressure at a high level from a answers perspective. He also does a great job improving. Like, John Mateer is one of the most, I think, creative players in college football. There's so many times where he'll get pressure off the edge, escape, and then he does a great job winning that second play. Same thing we said a second ago. Changing those plays that were just, negative plays, a sack, a fumble, whatever it was a year ago, into not even just positive plays, into just neutral plays, into getting out of the pocket and throwing the football away. I think that in itself is a step up for Oklahoma. Spoiler alert, I think John Mateer is going to turn a lot of those negative plays into positive plays. Just my feel on this. Staying in the vein of the mobility he brings, this offense is going to have a lot of quarterback design runs baked into it. Last year, there were 9 different games that John Mateer had over 10 carries. Okay, so what does that tell you? He is going to have a lot of plays called for him to tuck it and run. Now, I don't think you do it at an irresponsible level, but I do think there's a certain degree of we're going to make sure 10 dictates the tempo for us, especially on short yardage. Oklahoma last year was horrific on third down, dude. Like 35% on third down. That's 110th in the country. There's only 136 teams. So the fact that you have now another answer on third down, the fact that you have somebody else that can help you move the chains, at the very least, it's going to help your defense out, which I think Brent Venables and what they have on that side of the football, they feel pretty good about. But, at best, you're going to go score some more points, which I think you're excited about, obviously, in Norman, seeing a little bit more juice on the offensive side of the football with number 10 spinning it for you. And that's the thing, man. This isn't a gimmicky offense. This is not an offense that is going to win because they out-leverage you and do a bunch of window dressing. They'll do that, but I want to make sure I stress this. John Mateer can legitimately spray it around the yard. Like, you see a couple of different throws from him during last year's time at Washington State where he is dropping it in front of a safety, over a corner, in the bucket. He's not just a good athlete playing quarterback. He's a legitimate quarterback that can hurt you with his legs as well. So the true explosivity you have now as an offense, you're not compromising a good quarterback as an athlete to what you have on the perimeter. Like, you're going to be able to maximize all those guys that you thought you had a year ago that are back in Norman, and Deion Burks, Giovanni Gibson, getting him through the portal is going to be huge. When he's able to be healthy for Oklahoma, that'll be massive. They're still going to have a very vertical component to this offense, which I think if you're an Oklahoma fan, you're used to seeing. Like, the pressure to play quarterback at Oklahoma, we talked to Jim Nagy about it. He's like, you walk in here and you see those Heisman trophies from a Kyler Murray, a Baker Mayfield. You hear about Jalen Hurts and what he was at Oklahoma. Like, there's a lot of pressure that comes to this position, and I think John Mateer is going to be able to live up to that standard. Now, does he win the Heisman Trophy? We're not talking about that necessarily just yet, but I think he's good enough to where that conversation won't be something he's too far removed from. And that's the last part of this. I think he's got the right amount of chill for Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma, where they were at the end of last year, it just felt very discombobulated and confusing. And I think the fan base, I'm sure, had a very much so high amount of warranted emotion. I don't think it's going to be so much of that this upcoming season, and a lot of that's because of what you have internally. John Mateer, Ben Arbuckle, I mentioned Coach Kuziewski. The persona of your leadership is the persona of your football team. You listen to John Mateer talk, and he just is about as chill as they come. And not chill in the sense of it's a lack of preparation or a laziness. It's like just a confidence thing. And I think the confidence and the swag he brings is going to be something that the rest of his teammates thrive off of, this offense thrives off of, and they're going to score a lot of points because of. So there's a lot there. There's a lot to be excited about, but truly the factor of the confidence at quarterback, the stability at quarterback within the system, I can't wait to watch it, man. I can't wait to watch it because I think it's going to provide some tremendous results for Oklahoma here in 2025.